Paul. Yes. Just looking at this felony, the unlawful redemption of food stamps. Yes. You know, I've had some difficulty with welfare. Oh, it seemed that when Heidi got here, yes, she was on emergency Section 8 housing as the victim of domestic violence. Yes. But she didn't actually experience any domestic violence. Oh. As we remember, on the July 1st, we got paid our food stamps while we were living on Guam. Yes. We didn't actually receive any money, but we did have food stamps as a family of 8. Yeah. Well, we went to the Kmart together that night, and I had grabbed her hand as any man would do when walking with his wife. Yes. Yes, yes. Most men like to hold hands with those that they're married to. Right. Well, I went to squeeze her hand, right, and I accidentally squeezed her 4 fingers. And she said, "Ow, you're hurting me." And I look at her like, "No, I'm not. You gave birth to 5 sons. Poach." Now, somebody tried to make it look like I committed domestic violence and child abuse, but I didn't. Yes. And then she arranged for 7 plane tickets on 4th of July weekend of 2011 so that she could escape from Guam or she could abduct my sons. Ow. Now, when she got here, okay, she took the food stamp card with her from Guam and had called the police on July 2nd, Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Pooch, alleging domestic violence and child abuse. Right. Filled out some sort of statement. Pooch. I was taken to the police station and questioned about, did you commit domestic violence? And I'm looking at the guy like, what are you talking about? That morning, she wanted to use the actual money that we had, yes, to go buy all new clothes for my sons when we had no plans to leave at that time. Ooh, looks like somebody bought plane tickets without my knowledge. Ouch. Now, when I was put in jail, yes, she had already purchased plane tickets. Did she go shopping for new clothes so that the boys look so nice while traveling to Clam? Now, a wife that decides that she can't just wear the clothes that they had, but had to buy new clothes, right? So when getting on the airplane from Guam to Hawaii, Hawaii to Seattle, yes, that it would not be suspected that we were actually on welfare, but they were very well-to-do, well-dressed little boys. Yes, yes, yes. And of course, Jessica probably got new clothes that day. And since we were staying at the Guam Airport Hotel, yes, the hotel was not far from the actual airport. She might have taken a shuttle van to the airport that day. Now, any wife that plans for the abduction of children, yes, it's not like she emergency jumped on the plane that day. It was 4th of July weekend. Now, I'm thinking that somebody from Homeland Security had bumped maybe 6 or 7 individuals off of that flight, considering it was 4th of July. Yes. And had arranged for the transportation of my sons from Guam to the SeaTac airport while putting me in jail and leaving the same day. Now, when I was talking to the officer, because it was my first time in jail, pooch! I had no criminal history. Yes. And no drug or alcohol use. Yes. I was not a domestic abuser or a child abuser. Yes. There was this big question about, well, she abducted my sons. Did Homeland Security help her to do that by arranging for seats on a flight? Now, when she got to SeaTac, did they all have new clothes on? Because they left everything in the hotel room. Yes, they did. And it was one of these situations where no one told me what they were doing. Now, child abduction, international child abduction, is a very serious crime. She took the food stamp card. Yes, got here on the 3rd. Right. You issued a protection order on the 8th. Did she go to welfare before she got the protection order or after? Because she transferred the welfare benefits from Guam to Washington State. And did she make up this big story how she had a lunatic husband? Now, since I'm the one that went to welfare on Guam and had our family on welfare, yes, it was just food stamps, not the cash benefit. Yes. Well, Did we receive any cash? I'd have to look at it. Exactly what was said when she got here to those that